Hello guys, and welcome back to Via Brie. I haven't posted in a quick minute, so I thought it would be really exciting if I just come in here and do my everyday makeup routine. I've had this channel for a few years now, but I really want to take YouTube more seriously and take this channel in a new direction, so let me know if you have any ideas or videos you'd like to see. This is future me coming in, and this is my everyday makeup look. I'm so excited to show you guys the products and the techniques that I use. Oh, and don't forget, I'm going to list all the products in the description. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. So I always start with skincare. Today I use this Dr. Curicle's Vegan Active Berry line. Not sponsored, but I actually made a reel with them earlier. Follow me on Instagram if you haven't. Also, if I sound a bit different, it's because I'm congested, so sorry about that. So I let my skincare sit for about 5 to 10 minutes before I start the rest of my makeup. I always start off with sunscreen, so this one's from iUnique. I'll list all the products and the brands somewhere on the screen. So I always put it on the back of my hand first. So this doubles as a sunscreen and primer because it is like a tad bit sticky, so like foundation and concealer can stick to it. Make sure the sunscreen is at least SPF 50 because it's not effective if it's anything below that. Make sure you bring it down to your neck. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it gives the overall complexion a much more glowy and dewy finish. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with the Moonshot cushion. I don't usually like foundation, but any of the kbeauty cushions are super lightweight and I like the coverage. So I'm just gonna lightly dab this and tap it all over my face. I also really like this cushion applicator. It makes everything super even. So I'm done putting on the cushion foundation. It just evens out my skin, but it's not too cakey like other foundations. I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. brow gel and just like a spoolie to brush up my brows. So my brows are quite thick, so I don't have to fill them in. I just have to brush them out and then I'm gonna conceal them. So I'm just gonna take a flat brush and then the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer to just carve out the brows. I like to put some on the back of my hand and then work with that. So this is what it looks like before I blend it in. And then I'm gonna use the rest of the concealer to bring it down to my eyelid as like an eyelid primer. Okay, so the brows are all concealed now and I have a little bit of this e.l.f. concealer left. So I'm just gonna conceal the parts of my nose that I'm gonna highlight later. So I like to do like a line down the middle and then at the tip of the nose. And then I'm gonna go in with the Rare Beauty concealer for under my eyes. So I find that the e.l.f. one is a little bit creasing when it goes under my eyes, so that's why I like to use the Rare Beauty. So just put a little bit right here. You can also put it here and here, but I'm gonna use concealer there later. And then I'm gonna make sure my base is fully done with a beauty blender. I'm just gonna blend everything out. So my base is done. I actually really like how it's looking right now. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of this peach setting powder from Skin Food and it smells really good. Look how cute this puff is. And just to set like specific areas, not everywhere because I still wanna keep like the area I'm gonna highlight later a little bit dewy. So just like under the eyes and on the eyelids. I think the most important step is contour. One of the really big changes I made recently was to switch to only cool tone contour. So I learned that my complexion is cool toned. I'm a deep winter. I actually started doing personal color analysis for people, so I'm just gonna plug that right now on my Etsy. So you can find out what color analysis you are. So I'm cool tone, so I'll be using a cool tone contour. But if you're a warm tone, you can use a bronzer. So my favorite contour right now is actually from the Wake Make eyeshadow palette. This is the Forest Brown one. So I like to find like where my cheek starts to go in, and that's where I would place the contour. I think a piece of the brush just fell out. And then like under the jawline a bit, and then forehead and the temple. I don't know if you can tell, but like this side is a lot more contoured than this side. It's a little bit unblended, but we'll blend it out. Okay, and then both sides are done for the face contour. And then What I love about this is there's like a gradient. So for the face contour, I use like the darker shade, and then for nose contour, I'm gonna use the lighter brown. I love nose contour because it really changes your face so much. So I start from the top of the brow, and I go in. I think it's super important to get like this area right here. And then I just go out a little bit and around my nose. Okay, and then now for the blush, I'm using this Tower 28 cream blush. Oh god, I can't open it. So I just take a little bit on my finger and dab it. And the placement, I put it a little bit higher on my cheekbones so I can be like snatched. So I blend this out with my fingers and then with the Beauty Blender after. After the cream blush, I like to go in with a powder blush. So this one's from Daisy. I don't know how to say it, but super light, so you can't just use it on its own. But I like to blend it into the under eye area. I'm gonna use the Morphe 35C palette for today. I'm gonna stick with neutrals and it's gonna be really simple. First, I'm just gonna use this shade to like smooth out everything. Then I'm gonna go with a medium brown. I'm gonna focus this around the crease. I'm gonna then take like a dark brown and just put it on the outer third, just to bring some depth. Don't worry if it's messy because we'll clean it up later. Okay, so this is how the eyeshadow looks right now. Trust me, it will get better. I just wanna use a small angle brush and highlight like a little bit of my under eye bags. Okay, I'm going back into this palette and taking the angled brush, and I'm going to contour my lips like a lip liner. This is one of the new tricks I learned, and I actually really like the results. So I'm gonna go in with like a light brown and just go around, but stay inside my lips. I don't want to overline because my lips, like they come out a bit, so it's really obvious when I overline. So I kind of just trace my lips and then I'll blend it in. I know it looks a little bit crazy, but I use a cool tone brown eyeshadow to line my lips. And then I'm gonna go in with the Ink Velvet by Peri Para and put it over, and then it will come together. Okay, and the lips are done. Now I'm gonna take that angle brush and draw a dark brown wing liner on both sides. When I'm drawing my eyeliner with eyeshadow, I always make sure the brush is wet so it has like a sharp point. So first I draw this line and then I connect it. And then I use a really light shade on that concealer brush from earlier to just highlight and clean up the bottom of the eyeliner. I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up, but it's like more lifted. For highlight, I'm gonna do this Rare Beauty liquid one and then Fenty Highlight Diamond Bomb on top. Okay, I finished the highlight. Now I'm just gonna go off camera and curl my lashes. And then I use these two products. So this is the Dr. Mascara Fixer from Etude House that like holds the lashes, especially good for Asian lashes. And then any mascara on top will do. So the second mascara I'm gonna use is the Milk. Okay, my lashes are done. And then I'm just gonna add a little bit of a sparkle. So this is another Basic palette. I take one of the darker shimmers just with my finger. And I'm just gonna put it on my eyelid. And then I take a thin brush and I go in with the lightest shade and then I highlight the under, like the eye bags. Okay, and this is the final look. I will link all the products I used down in the description. I'm so excited to keep filming and doing YouTube for you guys. Don't forget to check out my Instagram and my Etsy shop, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!